Backer, TC Backer. TC Backer, TC Backer.
Right now. What's going on, guys? I'm Chris Baker.
And I'm Ty Backer.
Welcome to episode 77 of Behind the Tool Belt, TC Backer Construction.
Whoa, 77.
Whoa.
That's crazy.
It is crazy.
I feel it.
We were talking earlier, man, and it's like 77 consecutive weeks.
Yeah, in a row.
And, you know, we always say, like, that doesn't even include all the random times we pop up and do stuff, and, you know, between home shows and random job sites and, you know, all that kinds of stuff.
Absolutely.
Man. It's crazy. It's been a long journey, bro.
It has been.
It really is. Man. We only got 23 more episodes until the 100.
I know, it's crazy.
That's just insane, man.
We'll have to have something special, you know, for our 100th episode. You know, I don't know what, but we'll figure something out. We'll go somewhere, be somewhere, or do something. Yeah,
I'm definitely down. We can put our heads together, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe we can broadcast. If any of you guys have any kind of ideas for, you know, something extravagant we should do for episode 100,
absolutely,
throw it in the comments.
Yeah, throw that in there
for sure. Definitely. I just got a notification that Glenn mentioned me in a comment, and I guarantee you it's something about a haircut.
Probably.
Guaranteed, without me even seeing it. Is it?
Really?
Is it? Yeah. Glenn, you better come in with a haircut tomorrow, bro.
That's right.
I'm going to be on you until you do.
Better.
So yeah, it is food drive week.
Yeah, it is food drive week.
It is food drive week. Tomorrow's the big day. I'm really excited about it, man.
Yeah, me too.
1 to 4 o'clock. What was that?
I don't know. It was on me though.
It's going after Vic. Oh, it's on his head.
Yeah, it is.
You couldn't script that any better.
That was perfect. I meant to do that, babe.
Give me a black eye.
Sorry, buddy. Yeah. So food drive week. Tomorrow's big day.
Yeah.
So 9:30, heading down to Dottie's.
Yep. Yeah.
So we're gonna be packed in full at Dottie's. We've had several people donate cash. Mm-hmm. So I want to give a big shout out to Roofscope. Mm-hmm. They sent us a check. We actually received it today. Jim Hankey from Bobcat. Glenn donated some money. Giovanni donated some money. Tyler donated some money.
Yeah, there's been a bunch of guys in here. People have been dropping stuff off at the shop.
Yes.
Yeah,
Chris Markey.
Shout out to Dottie's too, man.
Yeah, shout out to Dottie's. Yeah.
You know, that's a local spot here in Dover. In case anyone doesn't know, it's like for lack of better terms, a mom and pop grocery shop.
Yeah, it's nice.
They use a lot of like the local farm stuff and
local meats, eggs, vegetables,
all that kind of stuff. So
yeah, deli. There's a deli in the back. They make sweet ass hoagies, sandwiches. They have like dinners that you can kind of like pick up, go home, and warm it up. I mean, they got everything. They've thought of everything. Dottie's.
It almost reminds you of like an Amish market.
Almost. Yes.
Almost like a little Amish market. It's good, and everyone knows how good the stuff is that you get at the Amish market.
Absolutely. Yeah, just great stuff. Love going in there, and like Glenn always says, they have great whoopie pies in there, and local pies and cakes and things of that nature. Just really cool little spot that I know a lot of our guys go down there a lot, whether it be in the morning for lunch or dinner. So we're going to support the local company. Vic just informed me that they had been putting stuff aside for us at discount, which we did not ask for. They stepped up. So we're going to exceed what they had put out for us, because I'm thinking we're roughly right around $2,800 total that we're going to blow in Dottie's and get as much stuff as we can pack into a truck. before I forget, Lewis and David KX have donated, I think, 2 or 3 times. Tom brought some stuff in today. Thomas Golden brought some stuff in today. I know our team, our family has donated stuff. I know the kitchen has stuff in it. I know the sales office has stuff in it. I know the front office has stuff in it. So I think we're going to have a really good turnout.
Right.
We're going to hang out down there at the church from 1 to 4 to see if anybody wants to swing by, drop anything off, any donations, non-perishables, canned fruits, vegetables,
size 5 diapers,
size
products,
5,
razors, all that kinds of stuff.
Dan Barker, Members First, dude, he crushed it. Like, he brought in cases of peanut butter, jelly, mac and cheese, mashed potatoes. I mean, cases. Dude brought in cases of it. Yeah. So big shout out to Dan Barker at Members First. So if anyone's looking to open up a bank account, personal savings or business, check out Dan Barker over at Members First Bank. Big shout out to him. Roof Scope, big shout out to those guys. And these are people, we didn't even hit them up. They just saw that, they wanted to get involved. They saw what we were doing. It's a great cause. This time of year, the food pantry tends to dry out a little bit. So that's why over the winter months, we decided that we were going to go ahead and try to fill that thing up so maybe it doesn't go dry.
Yeah.
So we're really looking forward to that. I know
it's gonna be good, man.
Joel's looking forward to it, and everyone downtown. So good stuff, man. I love it. I love what we do. I love our family. I love how our family pulls together. Tam in the background has been kind of like orchestrating all of this stuff. Tam and Vic and Perry.
Making the flyers and all that stuff.
Yep. Perry wants to drive the truck. Everybody's getting involved, and those that can't because they're working and trying to keep this train moving forward, we appreciate that too. You know what I mean? Just because you guys can't come down to Dottie's, go grocery shopping with us, or come down to the church with us down on Penn Street, it's okay. We appreciate what you guys are doing. Like, I think Kim has to stay back. I think Sam's staying back because Jocelyn's on, holiday.
Yeah.
So, thank you guys. And anyone else, within our team that can make it down there between 1 and 4 o'clock, stop on in. We'll be down there on Penn Street.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Real quick, I want to shout out Chris Markey. My bad, brother. I didn't even see you in here. And just so you know, just for you, Chris, this is how much love I have for you. I made Ryan trim my nose hairs today.
Nice.
When I was in to get my hair cut.
Thank goodness.
I said, Coach Markey always be busting my chops about my nose hairs. So just for you, brother, I made Ryan trim my nose hairs today, okay?
Thank goodness for that. Like, seriously, thank goodness for that. Just kidding. They never bothered me.
No, they don't bother me either. They bother Mark.
He must check you out, dude, because I don't check you out like that, and I'm with you every day.
Listen, I stopped posting selfies on Facebook because he kept commenting on my nose hairs.
I don't see anything.
He gave,
He must have
Ryan did a good job.
Yeah, he did do a good job.
Ryan did a good job.
Eyebrows up?
He trimmed everything up.
Nice.
Just for Marky.
Oh my, everything, huh? Oh,
that was just for you, Marky. I love you, bro.
Nice.
He's another big player. Another one of the guys that always steps up and helps us out.
Absolutely.
He's in our circle of safety.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
When it comes to the circle of safety amongst the other businesses and all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
He runs a really good ship over there.
Yes, he does.
He gets it. You know what I mean? He's one of the owners that gets it.
Yep.
He's there for his people, and
Yep.
I seen a video, Marky, that you posted. I want to say it was last week. I think it was like a self-narrated video. Where you were just talking about, it's quality of life. You try to make sure that your employees' quality of life, that's what's important to you as a business owner.
Yes.
And that kind of stuff shows, man.
It does, man, for sure.
That kind of stuff shows.
They all are having a good time. Whenever we stop in there, those guys are having a good time. They love seeing us.
Yeah.
He can't speak highly enough about us. I mean, he must just talk about us all the time because they all know who we are.
Right.
You know what I mean? Not that we don't know who they are, but we'll go in there and it's like they make us feel like we're movie stars or something when we walk in there. So thank you, Chris, for the love.
Yeah, for sure, man. For sure.
Chris just posted Ty $500 for the drive from Tennessee.
Nice. Thank you.
There's $3,200.
$3,200. Donnie, we're gonna clean you out. So I hope you guys are ready. I hope you got your trucks in today because we're coming and we're coming heavy.
We almost need to take a trailer down with the forklift.
Maybe. Might do that.
I think we're going to need to pick up some skids, man.
Hey, I'm down, man.
I mean, that would be cool if we can just show up to the church with skids of
I'm down.
Box goods and
heck yeah.
That would be really cool, man.
It would be cool.
That would be really, really
cool.
Yeah,
we'll get the Bobcat with the forks on the front.
Yeah, man.
Haul that down on the trailer.
Yep.
All right, let's do it.
I'm definitely down,
Yeah,
man.
let's do it. Joel, I hope you know what you're into because we're coming. we should be down there.
I think he understands after the 21 turkey salute
Right.
how we roll.
Right on.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I know he wasn't expecting that.
No.
I'm sure at this point he knows that
Yeah.
whatever we're gonna do, it's gonna be done right and good. And,
That's right.
And we'll probably still
Over the
figure out a
top.
way to blow him away.
Over
so
the
hopefully.
top. Always over the top. Go big or go home, man.
What's going on, Mike? Thanks for tuning in, brother. I heard that you reached out to the shop here about some concerns with your roofing. Lauren did pass that message along to me. Just waiting on you to let us know what's going on with your solar panels. Then, Mike's
Oh, yeah.
Mike
Brown.
Yeah, Mike Brown.
Nice.
He's an old customer of ours.
Yeah.
I went down and helped him out. I think like 2 years ago, something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Me and Colin and a couple guys went down and fixed his roof up for him.
Big shout out to Mike Brown. Thanks for tuning in, man.
Yeah, for
Thanks
sure.
for always watching. Thanks for your support. Always.
Yes,
Yep.
for sure.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, Mike, I'm just waiting to hear from you about solar panels, man, and we'll get some stuff in gear here. He wants to know if he needs a new roof, but I guess he wants us to be able to inspect under the solar panels and all that stuff.
We can
so I
do
think
that.
he's talking to Tesla to see if they can get him to
Gotcha.
remove them.
I think they usually do that. They'll come in and they'll remove them, and then they'll come back and reinstall them.
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Maybe while I'm down there, man, I can shoot. This is a good episode for you to watch, actually, because you got solar panels.
Yeah.
This episode is actually about solar.
Yeah.
And the company that we rock with to the death.
Yeah, man.
GAF has
Yep.
the industry changing solar panel. For us to put our brand on it.
Yep.
I don't want to say brand. That's the wrong word. For us to co-sign that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's a good panel. It's a very
It
very
is.
good panel. Not knocking any other companies out there or anything. I just personally think, with my personal opinion, I think you'll probably agree with me, Ty. It has
Absolutely.
nothing to do with our relationship with GAF. They just make a really good solar panel.
They do.
They make a really good.
It's solar designed by a roofing expert.
Right,
GAF.
right, by a roofing expert, and they
Yeah.
actually brought in GAF Energy. Actually brought in big time people from big companies like Tesla and some other companies.
Yeah.
To kind of make up their industry. You know, I
Absolutely.
remember. Is it Karen?
Yeah, Karen.
Karen
Yeah.
came up and she was telling us, like, when she started with GAF Energy, it was just like 6 of them.
Yeah.
You know, 6 of them in the little office,
Right.
figuring out how they were
trying to
going to
figure
change
this out.
the industry.
Right, exactly.
And I really, really think so. And I cannot wait for us to be able to
That just gave me
see the
goosebumps.
new products that they're talking
Yeah,
about,
right.
And
Yeah.
and for us to be kind of used as like their guinea pigs in this
right.
area.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
for sure. And we definitely have the privilege to be able to do this for them. We have been chosen. We have been factory trained and certified by GAF Energy because we are a Master Elite roofing contractor. We
Right.
are eligible to install GAF solar, which doesn't mean every other GAF Master Elite contractor is able to do this. So we have been, and it's not even really necessarily 1%. She said there's going to be 3 of us total in Pennsylvania yesterday when I had a meeting with her. Karen Lowry, great woman, great person, very, very knowledgeable.
Very energetic
Yeah.
and motivated. You can tell she's
Yes.
super passionate about what she's talking
Right.
about. Like, that's something that I look for. Okay, if I'm gonna be sold something, the person that's selling me not only needs to educate me on the
Yes.
product,
Right.
but I need to see the passion. Like, I
Absolutely.
need to not see that you're just out here doing a job.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I want to see your passion about the industry
Yes.
that you're selling.
Yes.
And she definitely puts that off, man. She definitely has some
Yes.
passion for it. And I'm not a big person for sit down demonstration talking
Yeah,
things. Like
right.
I don't
Yeah.
normally like that. It's hard for me to stay focused and,
right.
and take everything in.
Right.
But dude,
Her
that
energy.
thing, her energy,
Her whole team's
yes,
energy about
yes,
this.
it was
This is
good, man.
It's
It was
fresh.
good.
It's new. I mean, they've been doing it for a while before they unleashed it. So it's not like some new technology that they came up with. The
Right.
beautiful thing about it is that it's actually a roofing, shingle manufacturing company that is producing solar energy
Yes.
now. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, you can't go wrong with that.
Right.
It's direct to deck, hidden concealed fasteners,
Right.
low stylish, profile. I mean, it's built into your roof. Just like a solar panel.
Right.
Oh, I'm sorry, just like a skylight.
Yeah, just like a skylight,
Or
yes.
however you want to look at it.
Yeah, yeah,
The
and the way-
skylight's installed like the solar panel, or the solar panel's installed like the skylight.
Right, right. And the way that I took it is, you have other solar companies that's what they do. They're solar. You
Yes.
know what I mean? Their key objective is to sell their product, number one.
Right.
I'm not saying that they're not necessarily worried about the system that they're installing it on.
Right.
But GAF, I guarantee you, when they sat down at the drawing board and decided that they were going to make these panels,
Right.
their number one focus is we need to not do anything to the integrity of the roof.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like
Yes.
the integrity of the roof has to be number one priority.
Right.
So that's why this system is so good, because it's literally part of the roofing system.
It's
You have
actually
a gold pledge
designed.
roof.
Yes, it's designed to protect your roof.
Right.
Not to damage
Right.
your roof or destroy
Right.
your roof. Like Mike's experiencing right now, you know, if there's an issue, now they got to remove the panels.
Right.
Okay, this isn't made like that.
Yeah.
This isn't screwed straight to your shingles. This is a direct deck installation with hidden concealed fasteners. So what happens is you put the correct underlayment down, which is like the ice and water, but it's better.
Yes.
Okay, so you put that down first, then you put your brackets down, then you put your panels down. Okay, then you flash it in, you shingle to it.
Yes.
It's integrated
Yes.
into
It has your
roofing.
step flashing, your apron flashing, and it has counter flashing that
Yes,
goes on afterwards.
absolutely.
Just like if you can envision a dormer that would come up out of your roof or come out of your roof, it's flashed the same way.
Right.
A skylight, a dormer, any kind of roof penetration that is built when the house is built.
Yes.
That's how these are. And Mike, to answer your question, it is a regular solar panel,
Yes.
but it's the way that it is attached to your roof. Other solar panels they'll come up onto your fully shingled roof. They're going to put brackets on your top of your shingles, drive them down into your attic, probably put some kind of bolt lag system on, and
Maybe.
try to seal those
Yeah.
feet
Right.
that go into your roof.
Yeah. Exactly.
When they take your panels off, you're still going to have brackets in your roof. And if you decide to lose your solar panels,
Yeah.
you got holes that you got to fill.
Absolutely.
When you install a GAF solar panel, those go on before the shingles.
Yes.
So like it's not like you're manipulating the shingle. You're not going over top of anything.
Right.
Mike's system, he has the style panels. If I do remember correctly. It sits on top of a bracket, so there's a little bit of space between the roof
Yeah.
and the panel.
Exactly.
That you could get your hand up in. An animal could go in there and build a nest.
Yes.
Start
Leaves,
eating away.
debris,
Yeah.
things
Yeah.
can
Squirrels
build up.
eat your
Ice and snow
shingles.
can get in there and back up.
Right.
You know, I've seen all kinds of crazy stuff happen with those panels. I've seen them blow off
Right.
already.
Absolutely.
They're not designed to protect your roof like this panel is. This
Right.
panel, it's made to shed water. It's made to protect your roof. It
Yeah.
comes with a 25-year warranty. You know what I mean? You own the panels. You're not
Right.
leasing them. So, Mike, I don't know if you're leasing these panels or not. So, when you go to sell your home, you own the panels. You sell the panels with your home with a transferable warranty.
Right.
That comes with it. With
Right.
the master, you have a golden pledge warranty.
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
your roof.
That's the other big thing. The gold pledge.
So, Mike, if you would decide to go with this, we would have to get your panels removed, remove your shingles, put the proper underlayment down, then install our brackets, then install the panels, and then flash to the solar panel system itself.
Right.
Yeah, and then
Correct.
you'd have an app on your phone, so you know exactly how many kilowatts you're producing. If something would go wrong, it would tell you on your phone like what's wrong, and 9 chances out of 10 they can fix it remotely.
Yeah, the other cool thing I want to point out, I'm glad that you said that. So, another thing that the app on your phone is good for, in traditional solar systems, you have what they call the grid work, okay? So you have usually a row of like 6 or 5, two rows of 6 or 5,
Yes.
or 3 rows of 4 or something like that. So you have
Exactly.
individual panels that make up a grid on the
Right.
roof. On traditional solar panels, all those panels are integrated together. They're connected together, and then they run down to your battery bank.
Yes.
If one of those systems, if one in the middle goes wrong, it's just
Yes.
like a Christmas light.
Yes.
You know what happens when you hang your lights outside?
Yes.
You know, I hate it every year. When you go out and you plug your lights in, you got to make sure before you hang them that they all work. Because if you got one bulb in the middle
Yes.
there, everything after that bulb
Exactly.
shuts off.
Yes.
It breaks that connection.
Yes.
The traditional solar panels are the same way.
Yes.
GAF panels are not that
No.
way. You have one that goes down, you just
That's
have
it.
one that goes
The
down,
way
and
they're
you'll see
daisy
that.
chained connected
Yes.
together
Yeah.
is allowing it to do that. So
Right.
the whole system doesn't fail.
Correct.
For sure, that was a great point. I'm glad
Yeah.
you brought that up. Because
Yes.
that's really a serious bullet point that people need to understand. That if something does go wrong with one of the panels, your whole entire system doesn't go go down.
Right.
Okay? And 9 chances out of 10, it'll tell you on the app what's wrong with it, and GAF picks up on it automatically as well.
Yeah.
And 9 chances out of 10, they can fix it remotely, or if it does need to be repaired, you're not removing a panel.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can pull this panel up without destroying your roof, without disrupting the rest of the panels, and take care of what's wrong with that panel.
Yeah.
You have a 25-year warranty with it.
Right.
That's
Right.
designed to shed water. Okay, it's not allowing water under it, through it, over it.
Right.
It's running off of it, and it
Yeah.
protects your roof just as well as your shingles would. And here shortly, what we'll do is we'll go. We built kind of like a mock-up of solar on one of our displays that we did at the home show. So we'll show you guys a little bit. We should have probably set up a couple more cameras or took a camera remote so we could actually show you guys. And I might be able to find some step flashing and some other things over there in the boxes that we have left over to actually show you. You know, the step flashing, the head flashing, the apron flashing,
Yeah.
the counter flashing. I mean,
Right.
it's as if you just flashed a chimney, but better.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Because you're not grinding in a riglet or anything like that.
Right.
Everything kind of snaps together like an erector set almost, but better. You know what I mean? With today's technology. So it's great. It's good stuff, man. And like I said before, it's a solar design by roofing experts. It's a direct-to-deck installation. It installs like a skylight, concealed hidden fastener, stylish low profile, and offers excellent protection for your roof, for your home. You know, and the other thing is, it's who wouldn't want to turn their roof into an energy producing asset? You know what I mean? Because that's what it is. It's an asset. You're investing in your home.
Right.
You know what I mean? And what you'll save by the energy that you're producing is going to pay for it in the long term.
Absolutely.
Okay, and now let's talk about the federal and state tax credits a little bit. We don't have to, that could be a whole entire episode, but
Right.
there are tax credits from the federal and state, on the state level, and ranging anywhere from $5,200 to $17,000 in tax credits.
Right.
You know what I mean? That will probably pay for the entire roof and solar system at one swift shot, depending upon how many kilowatts that we're trying to produce. You know, based upon 1 year's energy bill. You know what I mean? How they have your basically your 12 months on. So we would need one electric bill. That way we can see how many kilowatts you're burning per month. You know, over the course of 12 months, and then that way there we'll know how many panels we'll need to produce how many kilowatts you're going to need.
Yeah, because that's something that you'll know up front. It's not going to be one of those things that you know we're going to say, well, we think that you should go with 12. 12's the magic number that GAF recommends.
Right.
You start at 12. You can do smaller.
Right.
But they recommend starting at 12 and going from there.
Right.
You're not going to just buy 12 panels and just figure out later how much you're going to produce.
Exactly.
Before you install these things, you're going to have a pretty good idea of exactly how much you're going to be saving on your electric bill.
Right.
How many kilowatts you're going to be producing. If your electric company is going to be paying you money every month.
Right.
All those things are going to be figured out by GAF, because we're going to take your electric bill, actually send it to their team.
Right.
You know, they do the whole satellite thing, figure out the exact angle of the sun, all that scientific stuff.
Absolutely. Which side of the roof they should put the panels on.
And you're actually going to get a packet. You'll get a packet from GAF Energy that has all this information. It'll have pictures of your house, you know, what your optimized time of day is for when you're going to collect the most energy.
Right.
And also, just to throw that out there, the myth of when it's cloudy.
Yes.
When it's cloudy, you still produce energy.
Yes.
As long as it's daylight outside, there is solar energy coming to your
being
solar
produced.
panels.
Absolutely. If it's raining or the sun's being deflected, as long as the sun is out, your panels will continuously provide energy for your home.
Yeah. Mike, to answer your question, I do not have a demo of the app, but I guarantee you, if you go onto Google and search for GAF Energy app, I'd imagine I can actually do one for you right here, Mike. If you hang out on here for a minute, I will look this up for you, bro.
Yeah. You can also go on to www.gafenergy.com, and I'm sure there's a lot of good information and literature on their website as well. Yeah.
And if not, Mike, I will figure out a way to have this information for you, brother.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Absolutely.
I guarantee you we could call. That's the great thing about GAF, man.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I'm left in the dark. Like if I can't find this thing live right now,
yeah,
I know I can make a phone call tomorrow and I can get answers.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Yeah, man.
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
they're readily available. Between
Absolutely,
Brad and
man.
Karen, I mean, the people at GAF have been trained. They're very knowledgeable people. They're willing to train us. They want us to succeed. You know, so it's just a great product. You know, and a lot of people want to know how it works. You know, so GAF Energy uses the sunlight to produce electricity used to power your home. The more electricity you produce, the less you purchase from the utility company. If your system generates more electricity than you need, energy can be sent back to the grid, like Chris was saying earlier, in exchange for credits to your bill that can be used to offset the cost of the electricity that you buy from the utility company. So it's real simple. You know what I mean? I mean, it's an investment in your home, and if you're planning on selling your home at any given time, that warranty goes with your home. You own those panels.
Right.
You're not going through this whole process of leasing these things, and then so when you lease solar panels, so not only does and you go to sell your home, so now the person who's purchasing your home not only has to go through the stress of the mortgage process and being approved for that and going through all of the underwriting aspect of things.
Right.
Now they have to be approved by the solar company also. That makes no sense to me.
It doesn't make any
When
sense.
you're leasing these things, so they're going to pull their credit again.
Right.
Okay, they have to be approved that they can have solar even on the house. So it's just a big mess with GAF Energy. There's no credit check. I mean, obviously there would be if you need to get financing for it. But the chances are, if you're looking to get solar put on your house, you're probably a pretty wise person looking to save money, who has a pretty good credit score. So you wouldn't really necessarily have to worry about that. But that I've never, when we got into solar, I didn't even know that you had to lease solar panels.
Yeah.
Like
a lot of companies, you usually have a choice. You know what I mean? Some companies won't even give you a choice.
Right.
They're gonna make you lease them. Some companies will allow you to buy them out.
Right.
Some companies won't. And what that does is, I mean, God forbid you get into a situation where, you want to sell your home, and the company that you're leasing the solar panels from can't be found, can't be reached. Now you got basically a problem with. I mean, you can't sell something that doesn't belong to you.
No.
You know what I mean? Like you need someone to sign off on the sale of these panels.
Right.
Because they technically have to benefit something out of the sale of your house.
Right.
But you can't get a hold of the company, if they got a business or whatever.
Yes.
It just creates a mess of a situation. In today's housing market, the last thing you need is any kind of hiccups at the closing table. Man, because there's 18 other people behind you with the deal.
Absolutely.
That will take that house right underneath you.
Mike, you got a great question, and I'm glad you asked that question. He said, does GAF system come with, or is there an option for a battery backup? Yes. Okay, so it is ready for a battery backup. It's got everything there, but it doesn't come with it right now. They haven't gotten that far advanced with it yet, but it is ready for it. So we can talk more about that later if you have any more questions about that. But that's a great question, because a lot of people bring that up, because some of these solar companies do offer like a battery backup, but I think with the efficiency. Okay, so let's rewind here a little bit.
It's like a bank. It's like a bank of energy.
But okay, so let's talk about the leasing thing. Okay, so now you're leasing these things, okay, but you're trying to save money on your electric bill. So while you're paying on this lease, I don't understand how you're saving or putting back into the grid and getting credits for it.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So the offset of them not providing the battery yet. And with an existing system at some point in time, so Mike, if we install your system and 3 years goes by, that battery will be ready to be hooked up. So the difference is you're not leasing and paying for that lease. Okay? So while you're paying for that lease, as you're trying to save on your electric bill, it kind of washes itself out.
Right.
You'll never own those panels.
Right.
It's a lease.
Right.
You know what I mean? When they want to come get them, they'll come and take them back. You know what I mean? So hopefully, Mike, that will clarify that a little bit for you as far as like, okay, so what's the benefit of going with the GAF Energy if they don't have a battery backup yet? Is the
Right.
key word yet? But
Right.
you're not leasing the panels either.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I couldn't find a demo anywhere online for their phone app. I do know for a fact that they do have a phone app. I don't know if it's something that as a GAF Energy customer you get direct access to a download. If it's a website, it's definitely not on the Apple Store. So whether or not maybe it's just not an Apple app,
right.
if it's just an Android thing or what that entails, Mike, I'm not sure. I can get you that information though, and let you know for sure.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Yeah, it's good stuff. We can definitely reach out to Karen and see if there's a demo. I can't believe that there's not like a YouTube video.
Yeah. I went on and looked, searched a couple different keywords. I seen some videos. What's going on, Colin? I seen some videos on one of their solar installers on the step-by-step process that they do to install the solar panel.
Right.
So if you want to know any kind of information or kind of see that process from start to finish, Mike, you can hop on there and search that up. GAF has all the videos that I watched on their educational thing online.
Yes.
Were really, really good. I felt like when I left the room, like I remember me and Vic went through the training together, and we walked out of there, and I was like, dude, I really feel like if you put a solar panel in front of me, I feel like I could hook it up right now.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. It's all about becoming the number one crew.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I would like to take, when we do our first solar job, which I think we have one coming up.
On the
Like,
29th.
I would love it. I mean, I know this probably realistically isn't going to happen, but at some point in time, we should take, some of our guys and us and go out and install this system.
That's the whole point.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
That's the whole point.
Like, I would love to actually get up there and learn that stuff, and because this is game changing stuff,
Yes.
man. This isn't going anywhere.
No way is that.
This is the direction of the industry.
Yep.
At some point in time, there's going to be other technology that's going to be unveiled that's even better than this stuff. You know, that we're not allowed to talk about. But
For sure.
it's just great.
I'm hearing now about the first quarter of next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was Q3, I think, when she talked to us last time.
They're
right?
making sure things are right.
Yeah, and that's good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're not going to do like, all the new gaming systems and all that kind of stuff. Do the new phones?
Right.
We got to rush out there and beat the
they don't want
competition.
any
And,
recalls.
right, and then 2 months later, everyone's wondering why their shit don't work.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's all good stuff. I'm really glad to be a part of the GAF family. I know we've worked, all of us, the entire team has worked very hard to become a part of the GAF family, and I'm proud of that. And I wear that on my chest like a badge of honor to be Master Elite, GAF certified, GAF Energy certified.
Yeah.
It's a good feeling to know that someone has your back in the industry. We've been certified with other shingle manufacturers. We got support, but not like the support that GAF provides us. I mean, the portals, you go into the CARES learning portal, there is just so much stuff that, from storm training to in-home sales training to training on the whole entire roofing system itself. We just brought in 2 new people, and I'm super excited to get them going in this process. And I mean, how much of a nightmare would it be for me to try to come up with, a good training system? And it's possible, and we've done it. Believe me, we've done it. But what makes it so difficult is that we have to get it out of here, put it on paper, find things. But with GAF, you kind of just go into the learning portal. You kind of pick a few lessons out of it that all coincide with each other. You know what I mean? Like we were talking about last week. We were talking about the importance of ice and water and how that led into proper ventilation, intake, and exhaust.
Right.
Well, you can't have the one without the other. The whole point of ice and water is to keep from ice damming or frost, or frost creating on the inside of the underside of the deck. You know what I mean? So you gotta have proper intake. You know what I mean? It's a system.
Right.
One can't coincide without the other. Between the starter strips, the 24 inches inside the warm wall, your Cobra roll ridge vent, your cap shingles, not shingles cut, but cap shingles themselves that come perforated. I mean, the whole entire system, the synthetic felt paper, You know what I mean? It's the entire system that allows you, with just 3 of the components, allows you to have an unlimited wind rating.
Yeah.
That's unlimited.
Yeah.
Most shingle manufacturers
have 800 mile an hour winds and they're still going to cover it.
Most shingle manufacturers are between 130 and 160.
Right.
GAF saying unlimited.
Yeah.
With 3 components.
Yeah.
3, not 4, and not all 5.
Yeah. And you remember what Brad said, man, when he was in here doing that little Q&A type thing. Remember that day we called him in here and we were asking him all kinds of questions?
Yes.
They actually tested a roof at 175 mile an hour winds with these HDZs with no nails in them.
I know, crazy.
0 nails.
No
They didn't
nails.
nail a single shingle.
Nope.
And didn't have any blow-offs in 175 mile an hour winds.
Exactly.
So that's the company that's making these things. They're definitely putting the integrity of the roof. To circle back on all this,
Yeah, man.
the integrity of the roof is number one. I'm sure if you guys have watched any of our previous 76 episodes, anytime that we ever are asked a question about a skylight, my go-to is always the only good skylight has wood covering it.
Right, right.
There's no such thing as a good skylight, in my opinion.
Right.
They aren't made right. They end up leaking.
Yeah.
It's a homeowner maintenance item.
Well, okay.
They just always.
So this is what happens. A lot of times they don't want to replace them.
Right.
Okay, they want us to re-shingle around them, reuse the step flashing kit, the apron flashing, the head flashing, all of the flashing kit that goes with it.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of times what happens is the skylight size they don't even make anymore. Okay, or if they do, you gotta wait so long to get it. Okay,
Or the company
So-
doesn't even exist anymore.
Right,
Or,
exactly.
Right.
So these kits are sold separately, okay? Which is a good thing if you just need a kit, but in order to locate the kit, find out what brand the window is, okay, first and foremost. Is it direct deck, or is it fastened to the deck, or is it fastened inside?
Right.
You know what I mean? You don't even know that until you get the roof off.
Yeah.
Okay, so they want us to come in, basically you gotta reuse the step flashing that has holes blown through it, the apron flashing, the counter, all of it is just, and then it's a window that has a rubber seal around it. That's what's keeping the water out. So a lot of times it's not even the kit. It's the actual window itself that's leaking,
Right.
or condensation. The seal
Yeah.
breaks, condensation starts dripping in. They think their skylight's leaking, and really it's not. It's
Right.
just condensation buildup because there's no insulation any longer in between the panes of glass. So you got your heat or your cold air that's going up through that cavity where the skylight's located,
Right.
and it's hitting and it's condensating.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's just it's tough unless you want to replace your skylight. It's tough to keep it from not leaking.
Yeah.
No matter, I've wrapped ice and water around them. I've made my own flashing kits. I mean, I've made it work, but it's such a pain in the butt. But see, the difference between this and a skylight is, yes, it has the same basic in installation instructions,
Basic concept.
but if the panel itself is designed to protect your roof. A skylight's not designed to protect your
No,
roof.
it's designed to let light in.
And sure as hell doesn't have a 25-year warranty on it.
No. No.
You know what I
no,
mean?
no,
A skylight, you're lucky if you can get 5 to 10 years before you seriously start having issues.
Right.
Okay?
And the other thing is even if you're still within your warranty, 9 times out of 10, to go through the hassle of even getting a hold of somebody for your warranty.
Seriously.
And then to have them come out and not find some kind of fine print item
Right.
for why they're not going to cover your system.
Yes.
You know, you're going to replace your skylight. Most of them are built into the roof. You're ripping drywall out inside because a lot of times they're drywall up to the skylight.
Right.
So you got drywall mess. You got it's just a mess. And like you were saying, you know, we're re-roofing a house that's got a skylight in it. The skylight's probably 20 years old.
Yes.
You know, how much hot and cold and you know, thermal distortion has happened in there.
Yes.
We're up there banging with hammers. You can't tell me that dry rotted rubber gasket that's around it doesn't get damaged from the vibrations of us
Seriously.
installing a roof.
Yes.
It's just a mess, man.
It is
It's
a
just a mess. I don't like them.
So, the moral of the story is either get rid of your skylight. I don't even know how we got on the
I
skylight.
don't know either, man.
But
to be honest with you, I just went on a rant about skylights.
We can talk about either get rid of the skylight or install a new one. You can get a fixed skylight or one that's operational. And we're more than happy to install a skylight for you, multiple skylights. Even if you don't have skylights, we'll install skylights for you while we're installing your solar roof.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
More than happy to. They got so many good products out there. Velux makes an excellent skylight that we love. You can get them where you have a remote control where open and close it. There's blinds in between the glass. So if you don't want all that sun coming in, you know what I mean? There's blinds. There's ones that are mechanical that will come with a winder, or there's just a direct set.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That just is. It is what it is. It's there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which is probably at least 50% of the ones that I see. I see some mechanical ones. I see some electrical ones.
Yeah.
Probably more now than I did back when I was installing every day.
Right. Right.
So yeah. So
that's the moral of the story. I don't hate all skylights. I just don't like skylights that are existing that we got to fix because it's like nearly impossible.
It's tough. It is tough.
It's
man.
very, very hard.
The
best bet is to put a new one in or put one on it.
On your roof.
Right.
Okay. It's almost like I don't know. Oxymoron.
Right.
You got a window on your roof.
I'm just weird about it. I get like out with satellite dishes too, man.
Yes.
I had a guy try telling me he was
about it.
going to mount something on my roof one time. I was like, no,
Yeah, forget about it, man. Forget about it.
You're not putting that on my roof.
Jana knows I love skylights. So.
Yes.
We
Yes.
have
So,
skylights at the house.
El Siete, Enrique, what's going on, brother? You done working yet or what? We're probably going to see you leaving here out this window. Me and Vic are actually talking about you this morning, man. I seen you pull up and I was busting your chops and you couldn't hear me. I was talking smack and you couldn't hear me about you pulling up at 8 o'clock this morning. But I said I can't really bust him too much because he's usually pulling out to go home at 9 o'clock at night. So,
Mike's right. Mike, skylights can be worse than solar. Most definitely. But Enrique, I'm sorry. Enrique wants windows, a price on windows. So Lauren, if you're watching, remind me. He gave me all his measurements. Plus we can look through the shop and see if he's got any.
yeah, we got some good soldiers.
Yeah.
For sure, man.
So, man, you're more than welcome to look around the shop. You don't have to wait on me for that. So,
Solar
good
roofs,
stuff.
Mike Brown. My opinion on solar roofs, if you get the right panel installed by the right people, and I'm not just saying you have to use us. If you have somebody that knows what they're doing, and you get a panel that is designed properly, I don't like the systems. No offense to you, Mike. I don't like the system that you have on your roof.
Yeah.
Just because of what we talked about before. I don't like the systems that are lagged through your roof. That the only way to access those leak points, because I've seen it numerous times. I mean, we do work for builders that after we're through, the solar company comes and puts these solar panels on, and I'm coming back and fixing leaks because the guys are stepping on screws.
The worst is not even new homes. The worst is when a roof is like 20, 15 years old.
Right, and they just throw a brand new system on it.
They throw a brand new system on it without. I mean, it's one thing. Okay, so it can be done. How we feel, we love solar. Okay, that's the answer to your question, Mike. We love solar. Mm-hmm. Okay, we love any kind of solar, whether if it's bracket mounted, whether if it's direct deck, or if it's in your yard. We love solar. Mm-hmm. Okay, it's the way that we're moving. That's the direction that we're going.
Right.
In. Okay, so we love solar. So as far as I kind of just lost my train of thought where I was going with that, but.
We love solar, but we don't love the way that it is installed.
Yes. Thank you. So the thing that irritates me the most is when you see a roof that's 15 to 20 years old. They come out and they put solar right straight over top of the shingles. Okay.
Right.
What they should be doing is if you're going to do it that way, those shingles should be removed, even if you don't do your entire roof. And we can also do that too. The only way that our solar can be installed is if we remove that section of your roof. Mm-hmm. Okay, but it won't have the Golden Pledge warranty with it. Okay, unless we do your entire roof. Okay,
right.
So if you're going to spend that money and gain the tax credits by putting solar on your house, you might as well do the entire roof.
Because you're getting the Gold Pledge for free.
Exactly. Gold Pledge with the 25-year workmanship, the GAF warranty, and the manufacturer's warranty.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So if they're going to do the bracket mounted version of this, what they need to do is remove the shingles. That all of the shingles need to come off down to the deck and install the proper membrane first. That way, if you're going to screw through the shingles, at least you have ice and water under the shingles that will seal around whatever fastener they're using to mount the brackets with.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? That would be the only way. I would never never screw something straight through a roof. I don't care if you got a rubber gasket. I don't care if you use GSL. I don't care if you use.
And you know it too.
It's a maintenance issue.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that widespread
caulk
area
is not going to last
No,
forever.
man. In that widespread area, dude, I'd like to know what kind of warranty you have, and if there's anything in the fine print that says that they don't warrant any roof leaks, or if a leak happens to appear under. I'd like to see that so we can actually compare apples to oranges.
Here's a perfect example. Okay, probably about a year and a half ago. I sent guys out to a leak on a home that we put a roof on. It was a new construction home, brand new roof. I sent guys out to a leak. We thought that it was up at the ridge vent. Okay, so we went out by what the homeowner was saying, by the pictures that I was getting from inside the attic. I thought that it was coming from the ridge vent, going down the truss, and dripping onto the drywall.
Right.
Okay, so I send a guy out there. We get out there. There's solar panels on the roof. Come to find out, it's a bracket-mounted solar panel. They must have measured wrong when they were doing their brackets.
Right.
Had everything installed. Must have got the panels up there. Panels won't fit.
Right.
So now they got to take everything apart, pull the bracket, the top run of brackets.
Yes.
Move it down 5 inches or whatever, and now all they did was just shove some caulk in the holes and call it a day. Well, guess what? After a summer of expansion and contraction, a summer and a winter, that caulk is no longer filling those holes.
No way,
and now we got to replace all those shingles around there. But the bad thing about that is, in order to properly do that, because it was so close to the panel's got to come off. And now we got to get another company, a third-party company, to come out, get these solar panels off. You got to coordinate to have your roofers there at the same time because of the lack of caring for the roof system itself.
Exactly.
Is what led to this entire thing to begin with.
Mike said Tesla will cover leaks caused by them. That's good information.
Yeah, that's good.
I mean, Tesla's a huge company, man.
Right.
I would imagine their customer service would be probably one of the best. You know, I would only imagine. I know they're a huge company. They do a lot of things as far as
Their stocks are good.
Yeah, solar panels, cars. I mean, all kind of batteries.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I know they're a large company that is here to stay and have been around for a while. So I would imagine, and I would never knock Tesla in any way, shape, or form.
And
honestly,
that particular incident had nothing to do with the solar panels themselves.
Yes.
That was just my example of, if you have people that are strictly solar panel, that don't know the roofing system and the problems they can cause installing them, that is a strictly installation thing right
Absolutely.
there. You know what I mean? Those panels could have been installed without, they could have made that mistake, made a phone call, we could have came out, fixed the shingles, no problem,
Right.
everything would have been fine. You know
Absolutely.
what I mean? But, just the lack of knowledge during installing the system.
Yeah.
With GAF, you have certified GAF master contractors installing these systems.
Absolutely.
So the number one thing on our head is the integrity of the roof good? Is it going to leak?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's not what people are thinking when they're installing solar panels.
Right, and see, look, and it's not like GAF selling us these panels and they're like, here you guys go ahead and just start throwing them on roofs.
Yeah.
No, GAF is actually going to be here with us, be there for us throughout this entire process of the installation of the panel.
Yeah, the customer actually gets assigned a representative, basically. You have a person, a contact that you can contact anytime.
Basically,
that works at
project manager.
GAF, yes.
Yep.
And even after your panels are installed,
Right.
that person doesn't go anywhere. I mean, you still have a person at GAF. They're almost like your representative.
Right.
That you can call up. We have our representative that we can call up at any time. That person will be more than happy to go to the homeowner's house with us and explain anything
Absolutely.
that we may not cover, or if you would just much rather hear it out of GAF themselves' mouth.
Yes.
I guarantee you we can get a GAF rep to come
Absolutely.
and spill the gospel.
If I called Karen right now, I guarantee she'd answer the phone.
Yeah.
If I called Brad right now, I guarantee he'd answer the phone. If for whatever reason they couldn't or didn't,
You would get a text back
I
that
would
says,
get
"Hey,
a
I'll
text
call you."
back. Yes, or they would just call me right back, guaranteed. And I don't care if it was on a Sunday at 9 o'clock. I guarantee it. Brad would answer the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or he would say, "Hey, Ty, I'm busy. I'll call you in like 20 minutes."
Exactly.
Yes.
Not one time.
I
And,
agree with
the respect that I have for GAF and GAF Energy is, they've taken care of us. They've educated our people. They've certified us. They made us just more than just roofers.
Yeah.
They made us more than just a roofing contractor company. You know what I mean? They made us certified. We're certified solar installers. We're certified, Master Elite shingle installers.
Yeah.
I mean, how awesome is that?
That's awesome.
I mean, that's freaking awesome. Do you want to show these people? We got a couple.
Yeah,
minutes
yeah,
left.
we do. We got a couple minutes left.
Did Tommy send us anything about? No, he didn't.
No,
Okay. Oh, before I forget, next week we got Mike Hanscom, who's coming on the show. So get your questions ready. He is our CPA, our certified public accountant. We thought it would be a great time. Tax season's over. You know what I mean? The do's and don'ts and the things about extensions and things of, that nature. So if you guys got any questions, we're going to have our questions for Mike as well. But I think that's going to be a really cool episode for those contractors that are also watching this, for those homeowners that are also watching this. Mike is the best. He's been doing our taxes and has been my financial advisor. Probably close to 15 years, maybe longer than that. I'd have to go back and check out my earliest tax returns I did. But even when I was a subcontractor, Mike did my taxes. I got all 1099s. Even back when I actually worked for somebody and they paid you with a 1099, Mike, I bet the first time I met Mike, I was 17 years old.
Yeah.
So that's going back quite a few years. So anyhow, next week's show, Mike Hanscom's tax services in York, Pennsylvania. So anyhow, let's go over here. Let's check out.
We got a panel on display that we'll show you guys for the last couple minutes here.
Man, let's do this. Commercial break.
Commercial break.
Yep, commercial break.
Should play some good elevator music, Vic.
Yeah, man. So check this thing out. Look at the low profile.
Yes.
Direct to deck.
Yeah, when you said about how it's designed to shed water and not take on the wind, I mean, look at the way that's curved.
Yeah, man.
It's designed to buck the wind. I don't know the terminology used for it, but just
Deter
the
the
way
wind.
that's designed, man. The shingles go up to the panel itself.
Right.
You got a flashing kit that's installed here. You actually, on the side of these things, you guys can't see, but on the side of this is a piece of counter flashing that's actually snapped on. I don't want to break it. But you step flash up to the actual panel itself.
Right. Here's the counter flashing.
Yeah, this extra piece of counter flashing here gets snapped onto the side over top of your step flashing.
Yep.
Basically, just like a brick, a brick design. If you're going to a chimney or something like that, you traditionally run your step flashing and then put a piece of counter flashing.
Yeah, and there's no modifications. This system will be designed for your roof.
Yeah.
So we're not cutting and fitting and trying to make things work. This came just like this, where basically we had to put it together. It's not rocket science, which is really kind of cool. They kind of dumbed it down for us as being roofers, as most people would think that we're just roofers, but now we're certified energy GAF. But like Chris was saying, there's step flashing back behind this area here, and then the counter flashing, which would be this, would go over top of that. So no wind, no rain. I mean, if it does get behind here, the step flashing's there.
Yeah.
There is so much underlayment that is under this. Like, we did this right.
I know.
When we installed this thing.
This is 2 code. This is a live.
Yes.
If we would put wires to this is a working solar panel.
Yes.
The other thing that I want to point out up at the top, these flashing kits cover the brackets that are used to actually mount the system to the OSB.
Yep.
And that actually runs up underneath the shingles. You shingle over top of that. If I'm not mistaken, don't you put a row of underlayment over top of that, top there, and then you put the shingles down.
Sir.
So I mean that's even more coverage right there.
Absolutely.
I mean, these are very, very well designed. This is actually one of the brackets that is used to mount the system itself.
Yep, to the deck. Hidden.
It has, I don't know if you guys can see this or not, but it has teeth here that are actually adjusted. It's designed so you can adjust. When you put that system on there, it depends on how high up you need it off the deck.
Exactly. If there's any imperfections in the original build.
Because, I mean, let's face it, not all framing is 100% perfect.
Exactly. Especially if the home is older.
Right.
settlement,
Absolutely.
things, anything can happen.
If they wouldn't do this, there may be a time that if you have a 40, 50-year-old house that you just got a new roof on, we may not be able to design put the system on because it's not 100% flat.
Right, and these panels lock together, so we have to get them to align.
Yeah.
So they can snap together. So what's cool about this panel here is they'll come different sizes. Ooh, and one of the things that I really wanted to point out: have you ever seen where they've installed solar, a different solar company that's bracket mounted, where they would like leave the panel out where the roof boot is or the pipe? I can't stand that.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
they design it all around, and then you got that one panel
Yes.
in the top on the third in from the right that's just missing because there's
Yes.
a pipe boot sticking out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, we move them.
Yeah, we will
Okay.
actually put that pipe, we'll go in your attic, pull that pipe out of your attic, fill that hole,
Yes.
route that pipe somewhere else ourselves.
Yes. Either
and-
take it
and-
out through the wall or whatever's code in
Yeah.
there, move it to the other side of the house, move it around it, move it above it,
Yeah.
put it someplace where it's by code and not ran into your
That's a
attic.
really good point.
Yeah, by
That's a
code.
really good point.
You know what I mean? But we won't leave one section of panel out.
Right.
You know what I mean? We,
Yeah, 'cause,
we were trained
that
to
could be
move
the
it.
difference of you getting money back on your electric bill.
Exactly. We're going to utilize every single space that we possibly can.
Right.
You know what I mean? What we try to do is, basically the most of the statistics is off of like a 4.32 kilowatt over a 25-year period of time. Okay, so like there's all kinds of statistics. So like they say like over 25 years, okay, with 4.32 kilowatts, that's the equivalent of planting 1,617 trees.
Holy crap.
That's 227 barrels of oil not being burnt.
Right.
Based upon the statistics of 4.3 kilowatts over 25 years.
Right.
So over 25 years of running this, it's like you just planted 1,617 trees and 227 barrels of oil not being burnt.
Yeah.
I just wanted to throw that out there. That's just stupid little statistics thing. As I'm reading and doing research, I'm picking up on, and there's much more, much more.
Yeah.
But yes, so this is snapped together. These panels will actually come in different sizes, not necessarily shapes. So we can fit as many as we possibly can. If you only do, let's say you do 10,000 kilowatts, you burn 10,000 kilowatts a year at your home. Okay, but we can get it so you're creating 15,000 kilowatts. We can do that. If we can put it on there, so you want to use the southerly most section of your home. So
southeast, and
southwest. Yes, most definitely. So we'll fit as many on there as you want, or we can tote that line. If you're burning 10,000 kilowatts of energy, we'll make your system fit 10,000 kilowatts of energy.
Right.
But if you can go more, why not go more?
Right.
You know what I mean? If we can get 15,000 watts out of this, kilowatts out of these panels, why not? Put it back in the grid. Get credits towards your electric bill.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's really a no-brainer.
Yeah, and the other thing is, here's another really good point, okay? Let's just say you live in a house that maybe doesn't have, you have tall trees directly behind your house, but you have a garage, a separate garage, or another building on your property. We can put solar on that other building on your property if it's an optimal location.
Yes.
And you can get that solar, and you can run the wires to wherever you want to.
Absolutely.
And still benefit from it. So it doesn't have to necessarily go on your main residence roof.
Right.
As long as you have a building or a garage or something.
Right.
If you're one panel away on your system from getting it, and you got a shed, you can throw a panel on your shed.
Most definitely.
I mean, it's so the options are endless.
It really is.
You really can. So,
Absolutely.
and that's the good thing about having GAFs. Like, it's not us making those decisions.
Right. No.
Now, yes, we go out and we assess the situation, and we'll know if your house is worthy enough to even get GAF involved.
Right.
But the second we go out there, and we probably don't even have to go out.
Yeah.
We can probably just look at your home on a map.
Yes.
And say, yes, this home
And
will
know
work.
exactly
We send it to them, man. They
yes.
have their eyes in the sky that figure out everything else.
Absolutely,
So,
man. And like you said earlier, they know what the peak time of day is.
Yes.
You know what I mean? That's the beautiful thing. So you know what time of day that you're going to be gaining however many watts during, like, let's say noon to 4 o'clock would probably be the peak. I would imagine that's when it's about the warmest.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you can see all of that on your app too.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's cool about this. So it's not
Right.
like your panels are up there and you're wondering to yourself, is it doing anything? You actually get to see on your app how many kilowatts you're generating.
Yeah, and each panel, you know, your installers will actually provide you after they install. They're going to provide you basically. It can be it's, for lack of better terms, a cardboard cutout.
Yes.
Of the labeled panel.
Yes.
You know, this is panel 1. This is panel 2. This is panel 3. You can name all the panels, label them,
Yes.
And you're going to be able to see each individual panel. So if you look at your phone and you're like, panel E is only producing half the energy,
right?
There must be something on it.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So then you go out and you look and see, oh, well, that panel didn't melt the snow away yet.
Right.
Or something like that. You know,
Exactly.
you'll always know exactly how much you're producing. And they're just great, man.
It is.
They're just great.
It really
panels.
is. I'm sold on it.
For sure.
Yeah, man.
For sure.
It's beautiful. It's sleek. It doesn't look like an eyesore. Like, what is that on their home? Especially when there's a pipe sticking up through the middle of the entire panel or the grid or the pattern that they have. Dude, that drives me crazy.
Yeah.
That's what turned me off about solar
Right.
at first.
Yeah, the other thing that I don't like about a lot of the other solar panels, when you look at them, you can see like the actual solar receptors or whatever, like the copper, weird looking things inside there. GAF has figured out a way to make them black.
How about,
so like this entire system is just like black.
How about the conduit that just runs up over your roof?
Yeah, I know, right?
Dude, what is up with that?
I know.
Like,
you guys
for real.
won't see no wires. It's all hidden.
Yeah.
Did you guys put wires in here?
No.
No, you didn't?
No.
Well, all the wires, guys, are actually run up inside here.
Yes.
You don't see any of that stuff.
No.
It's all linked together.
You go
Everything's
into
run
your
through
attic.
there.
You know.
Yeah.
Yep. It's good stuff, man. It really is. We're getting ready to. I actually had a report done on our home. I haven't had a report done here yet, but that's how intrigued I am with this, and how important I feel it is to, try to save the planet, do my part, do our part, and you know what? And why we're doing it, we're saving cost on energy.
Yeah.
We're going off the grid, basically, to feed the grid.
Yeah.
You know, so good stuff, man. I feel like tonight was a great episode.
It was,
Did you
man.
like
It
that?
flew.
Cheers to you.
Yeah.
It flew.
Yeah. So
What is that, Vic? Number 3?
Yeah.
Them yellow bulls, man.
good for you, buddy.
Yeah.
But next week, Mike Hanscom.
Mike Hanscom next week.
Yep, our CBA.
Make sure you guys tune in tomorrow because we are going to be going live from the from the food drive. Remember, if you guys have any more items to donate, we're going to be taking items all the way up till 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
And honestly, why cut it off at 4 o'clock? I mean, if you guys want to donate to that place,
man.
they'll always take donations.
Hey, this is like
we don't have to be running this event.
Right. No, listen, this is like when they say, Earth Day every day.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. You know what I mean? Treat this as they'll take donations any day of the week. If you don't know where they're located, you are more than welcome to drop things here off at our shop. Reach out to us through Facebook, reach out to us through our website.
Yeah.
If you need us to come by and pick it up tomorrow, that's part of the reason why we're continuing to call it the food drive. Because we'll drive to you. We're driving to the YBA. I forgot to do a big shout out to YBA. YBA West Side Sales, Car and Auto. Kerry Lauer and Kevin Lauer, thank you guys. We're going to be swinging by their place tomorrow. And I think there's a doctor's office or something.
Yes.
Who? Who is it?
Put me on the spot.
Tam. Is Tam watching?
Tam at?
Where's Tam?
Yeah,
But
I don't
there's some sort of doctor or dentist office or somebody, I'm sorry. But we will shout you out tomorrow. We'll write the list and make sure we do a huge shout out to everybody.
Yeah.
To Chris Markey, David KX, Jim Hankey, Roof Scope.
Yes.
I mean, everybody.
All of our guys that donated,
Yes,
Gio,
everybody.
Glenn, Tyler,
Yeah,
all the guys. I'm sorry if I forget anyone.
Yeah, man. For
But
sure.
everyone that's donated money, you guys are going to get to see everything that we're going to donate tomorrow. It's going to be a lot. It's going to be overwhelming.
It's going to be ridiculous.
It's going to give us all the feel goods and all that kind of stuff. So
Absolutely.
Make sure you guys tune in tomorrow for that. But once again, man, thank you guys. For
I mean,
watching.
yeah.
If you haven't hit the share button, hit the share button.
Yeah, hit the like button.
Yeah, hit the like button. Follow us on the page. We really appreciate that. Everyone enjoy the rest of your week.
Yeah, man.
We got a big day tomorrow.
We do, huge day. Chris, I need our shirts tomorrow, man.
Right.
So hook us up. He did it. They're finished. Thank you, brother. Thank you for everything you do.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for tuning in every week. God bless. We love you.
Yeah, see you guys.